Okay, like I mentioned, some of you before the class earlier this morning, you received a link to complete a questionnaire on satisfaction with life scale. So that particular questionnaire is going to form the basis of our discussion today. We shall analyze it using SPSS. By the way, I use Google Form to generate slide. So today we are going to make the data generated from that as a basis of our discussion. So I'm going to share with you the raw data set first and foremost before we go into the analysis. Okay, so from here. Okay, then I can go to desktop. I think it is on desktop. And then I have okay, so this is the raw data set from the survey that you completed. As you can see, we have, there is one column here is on time. That is the time that you complete the questionnaire. You can expand this. This is actually in Excel format. This is a raw data set. And then you can see the gender, some of you male, some of you female. Then you can see the age. In the age, some people don't put the age. We don't identify you. There is no, we can know who is who. So nobody is after your age, but it would have been nice if you tell us your age to be used for the analysis. However, as you have not put it, no problem, we can still deal with it. Like this person now puts the date of birth, which is not what is required. So we ask for the age. So you can confirm this for with 39 years. All right, if I'm not mistaken. And then some people also put, like this one too, also put the date of birth. So that is 1992. So this is going to be 32 years, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I think that's correct. Then some people also put 32 years. They wrote the years. So that those people that did that have already cleaned the data by removing the years, because we want numbers to be here. And then you can see the responses. The first item, which is this one, in most ways, my life is close to an ideal. You can see strongly agree, disagree. We want this to be in numbers. That is what we need. But these are all in letters. So there are ways around it, but we are going to use SPSS to actually recode these letters into numbers. So I can save this because I made some changes. No problem about this. You can still, okay, it's actually date of birth. Can you see that? It's actually date of birth. This one. So like this one is 1999. So this will be 23, is it 33 years? Okay, so you can correct this. This one is, maybe this is an error. It cannot be in, I think this is 33, that's 1999. Oh, it is not even allowing me to edit it. Okay, then what about this one? This one was also 1991. So this is going to be 33. Let me see if this is going to change. No, it is not. Let me just delete it. So a way to clean your data is by removing unwanted, like this one, you can just remove it. It is an unwanted data set. And then you will declare those numbers as missing at the end of the day. All right. So we have this. I think this is better. So you can save this. Now, you want to take this to SPSS and convert these letters to numbers. So for you to do that is easy. The data set you have got, can close it like I'm doing now. Then you open your SPSS. This is my SPSS. Now I want to import that data. That data set, I want to import it from Excel into SPSS. I cannot go through the rigor of typing it. I want to copy, I want to import it from Excel into SPSS. So for me to do that, I open my SPSS. Then you come to this file. All right, under this file, you come to open. Then what do you want to open? I want to open data. So open data. Can you see it now? Then it takes me to where I have documents on my computer. I actually save it in desktop. So I can look up for desktop. Then I can look for the name, which again, look at here. There is no Excel. All these are all folders. Why? Because if you look at the file of type, you can change it. Here it is SAV. You can change it to Excel here. Then you'll be able to see all the Excel files on my desktop. So this is what we need, satisfaction with life scale. You just click on it and then you open. And then it will prompt, it will bring some prompts like, okay, do I want it in sheet 1? I said, okay, yes, go ahead. Then it's copied. Now, boom, the data set is here. Can you see? From Excel now, we have got the data set in the SPSS format. There are a lot of things. This is data set. You can still see it is in raw form. Strongly disagree. But I cannot analyze all these things. For instance, this first variable is not useful. The time that you complete the questionnaire, that is not my problem here. So I can delete this one. This is a variable, you just highlight it and then you delete. Then it is gone. And again, when you look at these variable names up here, you can see there is no space. In most ways, my life is close to my ideal or something. That is what it said. If you can recall, I told you in the variable name here, this does not allow you to have space in between whatever thing you type. You cannot keep a space. That is why this particular sentence is written in such a way that there is no space between them. Perfect. So, and again, these are all strings. We call these strings. You can even see from the variable type. Only the second variable is numeric, the number of years or the years, your age. Then the other ones are all string. But I cannot go do my analysis with string. I want to do analysis with what? With numbers. So I need to record these variables. I need to do what? Record these variables. Let us start with the gender. I want male to be 1 and then female to be 2. I want to record this gender. For you to record the variable, you come to transform up here, and then you see record into same variables. I click on transform, and I then click on record into same variable. So I click on that, it shows me what I want to do. I want to record gender. Can you see that? I want to record gender. Then I click on gender, I will take you to this place. Remember in gender, we have male, we have female. So I then click on these old and new values. Here, this is about the old, what is there before. Then I have there before male, I will type here male. Then this is for the new value. This new value, I want to put there a value for male. So in this case, I'm going to use 1 for male and then 2 for female. So I can say 1, I put 1 here. Then I click on add. Can you now see here, it is saying you are moving from male to 1. The second variable, the second level of the variable that there is female. Then I want to code this as 2. I click on 2 here. Then I click on add. Can you see that now? So I haven't got this. The next thing will be to continue. All right, continue. Then I click on OK. Then I have this command, which you can actually minimize. All right. Here. Let me make this to be floating so that okay. So you can just minimize from here. Then can you now see the column for gender? It has all changed to 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, except for this person. I don't know what this means, male, female. This is an intruder in our data set. You just remove it. Then others, 1, 2, we are fine. So we got just 132 people to complete this questionnaire. So we have this, excellent. Then we can still do more. Because we have changed from letters to numbers, we are not going to change this variable type from string to numeric. This is very important. Then click on OK. So you can still have our variables, our numbers there, and then we have them in numeric. Again, you can put a label, gender of participants. This is very important when you have several variables. It will help you to recall what do you mean. Gender of participant. All right. And then here in the values, you can tell us what you mean. We use 1 to represent male, you add, and then you use 2 to represent female, and then you add. Then you click on OK. This is perfect. Then the variable type, nominal, ordinal, or scale. This is definitely a category. Is going to be what? Tell me. What is the variable type? Scale, ordinal,
nominal.
Or nominal?
Nominal.
Thank you. So you click on nominal there. And then you go to the second variable, which is the age. This variable name does not sound well. I just need to put age for easier identification. Always remember to save your data set. So I want to save this. Again, I have to save on desktop. Then I call it satisfaction with life scale, SWLS. Then I click on save. So this will save this on my desktop. It is saved. Now I can say your age in here. This label is okay for age. And then there is no need for values because this is continuous. And you can see by default, we have scale here. This is nice. All right. Then we go to the second item, which is the first item on the questionnaire. Up to the last item, there are 5 items. You can see they have common things from strongly disagree up to strongly agree. So I need to recode these variables too. I need to recode them into letters, into numbers. So for me to do that, I come again to transform, just like I did before. Then I say recode into same variables. Click on recode into same variables. This was the one I did before. I can remove it. I'm done with you. Then I will pick the last 5 items, all of them together because they follow the same pattern. Then I put them here. All right. Then I click on the identification of them. So I can remove all these ones because they are not relevant here. Then remember, initially I have from strongly disagree up to strongly agree. So I will start typing them one after the other. Strongly, this is the whole, disagree. If you make a single mistake, you mess up. So here, I will put 1 for strongly disagree, add. Then followed by disagree, according to the scale, I will put 2. Then followed by slightly disagree. Can you see that? For slightly disagree, I put 3. We notice any mistake in the typing, kindly call my attention so that we don't all make that mistake. Slightly disagree. Then followed by neither agree. I think that agree is small letter, yes? Capital letter. Neither agree nor disagree. According to what we have there, yes? Neither agree nor disagree. Yeah, this one I put 4. Then I move on to, I think slightly agree. Slightly agree. This one I put 5. Then I move on to agree. This one I put 6. Then lastly, I have strongly agree. This one I put what? 7. So these are the old values and these are the new values. And I click on continue. Okay. Then it tells me that it has done the execution. You can minimize this and go back. Can you now see? Our data set has all become numbers. 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, wherever up to the end. This is perfect. This is what we need. Remember to save your data. I'll just save it there. Then I can come back here to describe what I actually have. Here, I have the same thing I have before. Like the value for 1, it stands for strongly. strongly disagree. Okay, okay. Then 2, it stands for disagree, right? Then 3, it stands for slightly. I put 3 here. 3, it stands for slightly. Okay, disagree. Then 4 stands for neither and neither agree nor disagree. Okay. Then 5 stands for what? Slightly agree, right? Slightly agree. Then 6 stands for agree. Then 7 stands for strongly agree. Perfect. We have this. Then click on OK for the first variable. Then you have to do the same for all other variables, but you can copy. You can copy it and then you paste by highlighting, then Control V to paste. Then it comes there. Now, what about the level of measurement? This is going to be nominal, ordinal, or scale. In fact, we have 2 options. But this is giving me 2 options because I have not changed the type. Let me go come here immediately to change the type. Because I've converted everything to numbers, everything here will be, what does this mean? I don't expect this, but let's see. Oh, my variable is disappearing. Okay. And this one is going to be numeric. Yeah, this one too is going to be numeric. This one too is going to be numeric. And this one too is going to be numeric. Okay, I hope all my items are good. So now it's going to be nominal, ordinal, or scale. You can unmute yourself and answer me. Tell us.
Ordinal.
Ordinal, excellent. So all of them, they are going to be ordinal because you are moving from greater than, less than, from 1 to 7. Everything is ordinal. So I'm fine, except for this. I don't like the way these items, I don't like the way they look. By the way, the labels have come here automatically. So I can label this as a SWLS, satisfaction with life scale, 01, the first item. SWLS, 02. SWLS, 03. You can see I don't put space. SWLS, 04. And lastly, SWLS, 05. So I have this. So when I come back here, you have a nice data set. This is our data set. Remember to always save your work. So what we want to do today is to talk about the descriptives that you have, which has to do with your bar chart, your pie chart, and so on. So we start exploration. I want to believe in the class you were taught how to make bar charts and kind of charts. I want to believe histogram and whatever. So we want to do a replica of that using the software. And we have got our data set. So now let us materialize it. So let's start with, maybe we want to know how many male responded to the questionnaire. Let us know. Then you can come to size. All right. Then you come to frequencies. Analyze. Then what? Frequencies. So when you do that, you click, this is gender. You just put your gender here. And then you see it says display frequency tables. Maybe we also need to know some statistics about this. I'm not picking any of this because you have not been taught mean, standard deviation, wherever, where you are not. Right? So I'm leaving this open. Then we have option to make some. Do you want bar chart, pie chart, histogram with histogram, wherever. Let me pick bar chart for now. All right. Then we can go back to pick others. Continue. Then we click on OK. So can you see that we have total number of people that are valid 131? That was a missing. That was the person who wrote male, female. Okay, now this table is giving us some information. That male, we have 75 male, and they covered branch of 56.8%. Valid point cumulative. Female, we have 56 female, and they cover the grant of 42.4%. There is one missing, the total is 132. Now you can see this in bar charts. So this is the bar charts for that. Male, female. You can see how quick you can do this with SPSS. Just by clicking some buttons, you know, by just playing around with the way you play around with your phone. Remember in class, you need to count and use tallies. I want to believe your teacher did that by making some count and then you make sticks. So here, you don't need those sticks. In microseconds, your answer is out. This is if you like bar chart. Suppose I want another chart. I can still go back to analyze, frequencies. All right, then I come to this chart. Instead of choosing bar chart, I can choose pie chart. Then I click on OK. Then I have OK. This will generate the pie chart. Can you see how nice this comes out? This is pie chart. Still the same data set that was presented using a bar chart. It has now been presented using what? Pie charts. Is it okay, everybody? Perfect. So we can go on and on. Let's do it with gender. Let us take the first item on the life satisfaction scale. This one. I can leave. Maybe I can still do my bar chart now. Then click on OK. Then I have it. Can you see this one? It is telling me there are 132 valid cases. There is no missing value. Then we have 7 people said they strongly disagree. They strongly disagree with what? With the statement that says, in most ways, my life is close to my ideal. A lot of our colleagues have the opinion that no, this is not true. In most ways, my life is not close to my ideal. The life I live now is actually not what I plan to live or what I want. So they strongly disagree. 7 people also disagree. Then 5 people slightly disagree. 4 people are undecided. Then we have 24 slightly agree. And I'm surprised we are having 65 people that agree that in most ways their life is close to their ideal. And then we have 20 people that they strongly agree that their life is close to their ideal. Amazing. So we can see this in bar chart. Can you now see? So we have a lot of people who agree to that statement. In fact, from slightly agree up to strongly agree, they all agree with the statement. This is for the first item. You can do for the second item, for the third item, and then go on. So let me do for the second item, and then this time around I'll be using pie chart. Okay, pie chart. Then I click on OK. Then I have this. So the frequency comes up. Okay, and then a lot of people disagree with this one as well. 23 disagree, but you have a lot of people who agree, 51. But I'm interested in this colorful pie chart. Can you see how it comes out? This one, you can just take it and put it in your thesis if your analysis is like this. Your supervisors, your internal examiners, your external examiners, they would like to say this. The conditions of my life are excellent. Perfect. So let us demonstrate another one with another item. Again, descriptive statistics frequency. I'm removing this one and I'm putting the third item. Instead of using pie chart, now I want to use histogram. I want to believe you have covered histogram in class with normal curve. I want to show this. Let me remove this one. Later I will put it. So I can click on continue, then okay. Let's see the amazing thing. We have this, and then we have the histogram. Can you see it? Telling us about the mean, telling us about the standard deviation and the number of participants. This is legend. I'm satisfied with my life. A lot of people actually agree with that statement. I can see that clearly from this table. 62 people agree to this statement. Okay, perfect. Now let me put the normal curve, which is by showing the normal curve on the histogram. Click on continue, click on OK. And can you see something here? At this point, I will pause a little bit. This one I've shown the distribution. That shows what the distribution of the data that we have. Okay, so the distribution of the data that we have. Okay, perfect. So can you now look at this distribution? I want to ask you a question in which you can unmute yourself and answer the question, or you type your answer in the chat. The question is this distribution that you have, is it normally distributed? This particular data set, is it normally distributed? If it is, why? If it is not, why? Who is going to answer this question? Is it normally distributed or not? I'm waiting for your response. You have to unmute yourself, or you put your comment in the chat. Is it normally distributed or not?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, it is normally distributed. Or no, it is not.
Yes, sir, it is normally distributed.
Okay. All right. Any contrary opinion to that?
It's normally distributed, sir.
Okay. Any contrary opinion?
It's normally distributed, sir.
Okay, I want a contrary opinion. There is none. Everybody agrees. Okay.
It is not, sir.
Maybe I'm the only one that will disagree.
It is not, sir.
It is not. Why it
yes,
is
sir.
not? Why it is not?
There's a rise and fall in the curve, sir.
Yes, that is the quality, is the characteristic of normal distribution. There will be rise and fall.
But it's normal distribution.
It is normally distributed. You are still with your opinion. Okay, now let me now go against what you say. This particular distribution, you see, it is not normally distributed. And you ask me why. Remember, normal distribution, it means you are going to have a bell shape. Okay? This looks like a bell shape, right? But it is not at the middle of the rise, this peak. It is not at the middle of this distribution. When you look at it from here, I hope you can see my cursor moving. If you look at it from here, there is a lot of hollow shape. Look at it from here, your starting point, there is a lot of hollow shape, and it's like everything is shifted towards the right. There are a lot of data sets here, and that is why you can see this tall guy is here. For a normal distribution, the tail end of both sides will be short, and the middle will be tall. But in this case, from the left side, it is short up towards the tail end of the right side. So this type of distribution, it is skewed. It is not normal. For normal, you will have a lot of people concentrated at the center. But for this one, a lot of people concentrated towards the right. And when you look at the frequency table, you can see, look at slightly agree up to strongly agree. If you add these numbers together, you can see it is far more than the strongly disagree, and slightly disagree. So there are a lot of people concentrated towards this end. And that's what this figure, this particular shape is telling you. It is skewed to the right. It is skewed to the right. So, and this type of skewness, it is called, I think, this is called negatively skewed. When it is skewed to the right, it is negatively skewed. So I want to believe, your teacher actually spoke on this. So this particular diagram, it is showing that no, this thing is not normally distributed. Take note. Let us pick another item and see whether that one could be or could not. Item number 4. Or I can even pick 4 and 5. You can pick 2 items together, no problem. Then you click on OK. So for item number 4, we have the distribution table here. Oh, it's like this one, likely. Yeah, look at this one. Look at this item. Can you see this distribution?
Yes, sir.
Look at this one. So you can see that particular bell shape, it is like coming out.
It is in the middle.
Yes, it's in the middle. This one is in the middle. If you compare with the previous one,
This one is normal.
This one is not in the middle. Yeah, this one looks normal. It looks normal. There is a test of normality to confirm. But from our own viewing of this, we can see this is normally distributed. Interesting. But look at this one too. Is this normal?
It's not normal.
Yes, it's normal. This one, it is not, but it is still better than the
It's
better
than the first one.
It's
so
not.
It's almost, this one now, it is
Almost
skewed.
normal.
It's almost normal, sir.
But it is still skewed. You can see this drop, this much compared to the high, the drop here. Unlike this one, the drop is almost the same on both sides. For this one, the drop is too much here. We have it still, almost not better today. I still drop. So this tables, the chart from SPSS. You can see how simple. You just click on analyze, you come to descriptive, it comes out clean. Instead of you making a count, just the class and was used. If you have covered this, but with the software, it becomes so easy. And this one you can put in your thesis. Everybody will like to have it. You can put it in. Okay. There is one important thing that we need to do today, which is look at this data that we have. We have 5 items, and these are just rows. When you make a questionnaire, you like to sum all the items together for each of your participants. So how can we get that sum thing we want to do on SPSS? How can you add a sum for them, which we are going to call a new variable, which will be the life satisfaction or the satisfaction with the life of each of you are the constituent of this, for the a sample of you who completed the question, we are analyzing your data now. And I think this is very instructive. How to analyze it. This is raw data. This is, I don't plan this before. This is what you gave us, and then we're having it this way. All right. And we create a new variable on SPSS in order to compute sum for each student. What that means is that we item 2 plus item 3 plus item 4 plus item 5. You can do this manually, but I'm adding it together. 7 plus 6 plus 2. Write the answer here. All right? And then you do for the second person up to 132. But you don't have to go through that trouble. We can eat some. How can we do it? We come to this transform again. Remember, we have used this transform before to recode our variable. Put a new variable. So you are going to say compute variable, the first item there. Then it's asking which variable do you want to compute? What is the name? I like to name it SWLS. That is satisfaction with life scale. What does this variable stand for? It stands for the sum of each of these items. So you pick the WLS01 plus, look at plus here. Put the second one plus, put the fourth one plus, put the last one. The new variable you are creating equals to the sum of each item. As soon as you've done this, you are almost there. Then just click on tell you that, oh, this command has been executed. When you now go back to your, see that. Look at the new variable. SWL. So this is actually the satisfaction. Remember, we have 4 and 5 items, and the maximum you can get is 7 on one. So the maximum you can get is 35. And the minimum is going to be 1 times 5, which is going to be 5. So the minimum is 35. You can see people scoring 17, interesting. So that means people are satisfied somehow with the life they live now. Somebody put 11, want a better life to live, yes? So this is the variable we have created. Means, okay, we are fine. The numeric is okay. You can describe it if you like. This 0, 1 to 0, 5. You can put it there. This is composite score is better. That's the technical word to use. Composite score. Okay. Satisfaction. Okay. With what? With life. With life. There's no need for it. This is going to be scale, and in fact, it has given me that scale. Okay, good. Now I can now do some compare the satisfaction of male and female. Yes, let's see which one has more satisfaction. Are they the males or the females? We can do something. Your average mean and standard deviation, whatever. But let's see if we can do that in the chart. This is my composite. Okay. Then I want to see for male and female. Can I set it? Yeah. Let's see what this one will bring. What does this telling us? Nice graph. So the one below is actually for the female. You can see how the satisfaction varies along the female. Okay? Male. And you can see how the satisfaction varies across the the male. Let's see a simple research question like which of the genders is life? By mere looking at these two diagrams, which of the two, either male or female, which of them has a higher life satisfaction? By mere looking at this diagram, can you make any conclusion? 2 is for the male, while the green is for the female.
Sir, the female.
The female. Okay, interesting. How did you get that?
Sir, according to your explanation, sir.
Yeah.
You said the graph, if there's a balance at the middle,
yeah,
it's obvious we're getting the exact, or how do I put it?
you are mistaking something for the other. Remember, that was for normal distribution. Here, I just want to here between male and female. By mere looking at this diagram, which of the two, male and female, has better life satisfaction?
Men.
Okay, the male, sir.
The male. Why do you say the male?
Because the frequency of the male is higher than
It's
for the
higher.
female.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The frequency of the male is higher, yes, sir. It's higher than the.
Excellent. Now, let me now tell you something. At times, this type of graphs can, and you will see we will get there very soon. Here we have used the frequency, okay? And that is why you can see the female. But there is one very important thing you are missing there, and that is the mean. Look at it here. It is written here. The mean is 22 point. Mean for female is 23.25. This rings a more female are satisfied.
Okay.
Satisfaction of female is higher than the mean satisfaction of
the male.
Higher satisfaction. But this is made over female. So you have to be very conscious in graphs. What are these legends? What are they stand for? But let's see what again we can do with the graph. We can still do something else with the graph. This is where you can do it. Statistics is histogram. One histogram. I want the mean. I change, remember I change to mean. Then I click on apply. What am I going to get? Maybe something not. Also talk about the cumulative count. Many people. This one is similar to that of histogram. You can't remember. That's where you have to give call. The person teaching you now would have mentioned that some use a cumulative frequency instead of ordinary frequency. So let us see what this one will bring for us. It is still talking about frequency. So you can see email is down. But the very instructive thing here is that when you have the mean, it's of the graph. All right. So there are a lot of things